This 1.18.1 fabric mod is a huge game changer. I'm honestly surprised it runs so well in Questcraft, aside from one fairly minor issue, which we'll get into later. But without further ado, this mod allows you to choose an origin every time you create a new world. Each origin has its own abilities, buffs, and debuffs, and one even starts in another. Let's get into it. The first origin we'll go over is the Feline. And as a feline, you will never take fall damage, no matter how high you fall from. And while sprinting, you'll jump 2 blocks high rather than just 1, which is way more useful than I had expected. You'll also have slight dark vision. I don't know why they say slight though, because even from the bottom of a mine, I could still see perfectly fine. Probably the best part, you'll never have to worry about creepers again. First off, they'll be afraid of you. Secondly, they won't even blow up for you unless you cause damage first. As far as downsides go though, it's pretty substantial. If you're finding this video helpful, informative, and or entertaining, please smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me get through the endless emotional pain that is living in the current era, and it's entirely free. Thank you. You'll only be able to break stone blocks if they have no more than 2 adjacent stone blocks, unless of course you're under the effects of a strength potion, which makes strip mining basically impossible. And definitely don't get caught in the bottom of a cave, because there is no way you're digging yourself out from there. Along with all of that, you'll have 1 less heart than Steve, and that's 9 lives, baby. Next up is the Avian, and as an Avian you also won't take fall damage, though that's because you have feather falling. As an Avian you'll fall quite slowly. On top of all of that, all modifiers to movement speed will also be in effect while airborne, which gives a surprising amount of control while you're in the air. Even though you're going to be falling slowly, that won't slow you down on the ground. In fact, you should actually be moving faster than Steve, though I didn't find this difference very noticeable personally. And now for the cons. As an Avian, you'll need fresh air to sleep, meaning you'll need to be at a higher altitude to be able to actually sleep. Don't be alarmed by the egg that greets you when you wake up, and yes, that did come from you. But you're vegetarian, so you might want to get started on that farm. Arguably the most powerful origin would be the arachnid. You'll be able to climb any surface as if it were a ladder, but the real power comes in when you pick a fight. With every attack, you'll ensnare your target in cobwebs, and any non-arthropod enemy caught in cobwebs will be seen in an outline through walls. With these abilities, you'll hardly even notice that you have 3 hearts less than Steve, and I'm sure it won't be too inconvenient that you can only eat meat. And arguably the most game-changing origin, the Mermaid. As a merling, you'll be able to breathe underwater indefinitely. However, you cannot breathe outside of water, making the entire dynamic of the game flip on its fucking head. And with that comes a few changes to make underwater living a bit more feasible. For starters, you can see quite well underwater, and you'll be able to break bricks as if you were above water. You also move a lot faster underwater, like a lot. And if you throw a dolphin buff into the mix, you might as well be sprint flying creative. Speaking of might as well being creative, you also won't naturally sink while you're in water. The Elytrian comes with a built-in elytra from the beginning of the game, and while gliding with it, you'll deal double damage. Those are some pretty hard hits. However, being a high-flying badass does come with costs. Firstly, you won't be able to wear any armor more powerful than chainmail, because then you'd be too heavy to fly, right? And you better be a pretty good flyer, as kinetic damage will be dealing more damage. And you're not going to want to be in tight spaces, as you'll be racking up slowness and weakness buffs the entire time you're in them. Sadly, something's missing from this origin, along with multiple others. Something powerful. Keybinds. With the current state of Questcraft, keybinds don't quite work how you would expect them to, and as far as I can tell, you can't currently bind keys to quest controllers. If I'm wrong on that, please do let me know in the comments below, because I would love to know. With that little problem, I'm not even going to go over the Endirian, Blazeborn, Shulk, or Phantom origins, as they rely heavily on their activated abilities. Thanks for watching to the end. You're my real MVPs. If you want to be more involved in this journey I'm on, there's a lot of fun links in the description, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace out.